Alright. Hi everyone. I am honored to have the opportunity to speak with you guys tonight about youth involvement in politics and in the Republican Party. For all of you who don't know who I am, my name is Chase Levitt. I'm a student at Green Canyon, and I'm also the host of a podcast that I started called The Conservative Team, where I've interviewed conservatives from around the country. But before I go any further, I just want to thank Cache County GOP for allowing me to speak tonight. So I'm 17 years old, and with that information, you may be wondering, what are you doing speaking at a Lincoln State dinner, and why do you care to be here? Well, I get very simple questions and reactions when people find out, or I tell them that I'm involved in politics. And that may be because the general stereotype for someone involved in politics is usually older individuals or the guy that you'll usually see sitting on his couch yelling at the news. But a while ago, I got a comment saying that I'm brainwashed, and that comes with the territory of being involved in politics and as a young teenager. And the person said I was brainwashed by my parents, which is kind of funny because my parents aren't even that involved in politics. And the only time that politics ever gets brought up is when I bring it up. I'm going to talk about a little bit how I got involved in politics and why I did. Back in 2020, all the craziness was happening. We all know what that year was like. But it honestly frustrated me, the fact that we had so many people trying to undermine the very foundation that we built our country upon. And I wanted so badly to find a way that I could use my voice to help make change and preserve what makes our country so great. And young Americans, young people like me, I think it's really crucial for people to do stuff like that, because as our country still stands as a symbol of freedom and liberty in the world, we live in a country today that is beginning to look very different than when some of you may have grown up, or even just a couple years ago. And specifically, things like the values that built this country, God, family, country, and freedom, are being lost. And as the torch of power and decision making at the local, state, and federal levels gets passed down from the current generation to the next generation, these values are being lost and forgotten. President Ronald Reagan once famously said, "Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on to them to do the same." I believe that it is absolutely crucial to our nation's survival and strength that the next generation step up to fight to preserve our American values, including getting involved politically. The truth is, whether we want to hear it or not, we're next up. We're the future of this country. And if we aren't ready to step up to the plate and fight for America, then it will soon be lost. And that would not only be devastating to the men who founded our country, but to all the brave men and women who fought for it. By the way, God bless our troops. But to all of us sitting in the room and everyone from around the country. So I stand here tonight as a young conservative who loves this country, saying that our voices as young Americans deserve to be heard and shouldn't be silenced, as again, it will soon be our voices leading this nation. And most importantly, we as young conservatives can't be afraid to speak up. We can't be afraid to use our voice. Now a quote from the man we're commemorating tonight, President Abraham Lincoln. He once said, "I'm a success today because I had a friend who believed in me and I didn't have the heart to let him down." And today, that friend is our country. All of us, young or old, male or female, black or white, we as Americans must devote ourselves to loving our country and doing everything in our power to make sure the red, white, and blue continues to fly high and the great American dream lives on. Now I know for a fact that we can save the future of our country together, and that will involve and that will require young Americans using our voice to stand up and fight for our future, our kids' futures, and beyond. Because we need to make sure that our values are preserved and here to stand strong. And God bless you, and thank you.